Have you ever heard of herding cats? Well, coaching a group of energetic kids feels like that. They're bundles of enthusiasm and difficult to keep focused. Keep in mind, this might be their first chance to release energy after a long school day. And sometimes they just have the wiggle. As tough and frustrating as it is, you have to deal with that and try to coach them at soccer at the same time. But fear not, there are some solutions. From my experience, you want to start slowly by reeling in that energy and transitioning into soccer practice. And some of the best ways of doing that are establishing a routine, like a warm-up, that you do at every practice and every game. This helps them mentally shift into soccer mode. Or if they're really young, introduce games like Sharks and Minnows, Capture the Flag, or Tag to help start corralling that energy and transitioning into soccer. Once you're able to transition into soccer drills and training, make sure to break those down into smaller pieces that are engaging for the kids. Keep them moving and mix in fun activities to keep their attention. Second, what is worse than kids with uncontrolled and unfocused energy? An over-enthusiastic parent. Parents want the best for their little soccer stars. Every parent thinks their son or daughter is the greatest player to ever walk onto the pitch, and they should be treated as such. Balancing their expectations, concerns, and occasional sideline coaching is never an easy task. But by establishing a regular communication cadence, either through email, text, YouTube, or in person, you can help set these expectations and manage these parents before they get out of hand. Next up is practice planning. Practices and training sessions are where you'll spend most of your time with these children. You may spend a lot of time creating plans and routines for the practice for it all to blow up in smoke when kids don't understand it. It is important to design engaging drills, manage your time accordingly, and keep everybody involved. It is never an easy task. So the solution is to plan ahead. Sometimes you can plan hours in advance, sometimes days, sometimes even weeks ahead of schedule. But no matter the amount of planning that you put into place, things will change. You'll have to adapt your practice to the changing environment. Sometimes the players will get it and understand it, sometimes they won't. You need to have a backup plan in place so that you can quickly pivot to a new drill or activity. And don't be afraid to use other people's drills and practice activities. Why start from scratch when somebody already has created something wonderful? I will be creating a video on some of the practice sessions that I put together. All of your hard work and practices and managing parents leads up to game day. And sometimes we have multiple games in the same day. The adrenaline rush at games is real, not only for the kids, parents, but also for us coaches. We need to be able to strategize, make quick decisions, and continue to enforce our team's play style and continue to support our players positively. This does not mean taking the game into our own hands and controlling it like we're playing FIFA. We cannot be trying to control our players down to every little thing that they do. We need to train them and trust them to execute the things that we've taught them to do. So to help set ourselves up for success, we need to focus on preparation. We need to establish our starters. You need to preload your pregame, halftime, and end-of-game message to your players, and assign your assistant coaches effective roles on the sidelines. You must remember, the game is an opportunity for the players to trust their training and implement it. None of this happens without navigating the nightmare on logistics. From scheduling practices to reserving fields to making sure everybody RSVPs, it can be a nightmare making sure that all the pieces come together at the right time. So my tip and solution to this is don't try to do it all yourself. Rely on your assistant coaches. Get volunteers from the parents. Look out to your club for more resources. But don't try to manage every little thing by yourself. This is especially true if you are new to coaching and you have not established routines or really know what's going on yet. Use other people to help you out. So, why do we deal with all this pain and punishment? What makes it all worthwhile? Well, let me tell you, we spend hours training with the players at practice. Sometimes they struggle and struggle and struggle and can't really get the skill down or understand how to do something. So when that player finally masters the skill or that tricky move that they've been practicing, it's like watching a baby take their first steps. It's in these moments that witnessing that progress, it fuels our passion and reminds us of why we're doing this. The player didn't do it on their own. You helped them do this. Celebrate those victories as much for them as for your hard work too. As adults, we understand the strategy side of soccer a bit more than the kids do. But the kids will absorb these lessons. even though they're not as easy to pick up as the skills. Through these lessons, they learn teamwork, resilience, and discipline. The goal of a coach is not to be a FIFA coach. It is to be able to rely on your players to remember all the training and the lessons that they learned, and to be able to sit back at a game and actually enjoy watching the game, only intervening when you need to. And ultimately, these lessons that they're learning, they're not just skills to be used in soccer. They're skills to be used in life. We are developing well-rounded individuals, not just soccer players. Kids and adults love to be successful, and we all define it differently. But no matter how you define it, all that matters is how the kids see it. Success may be that game-winning goal, or that goal line clearance, or that amazing pass, or that new skill move, or 100 different things. But you will know by the look in the face when they find joy in what they're doing, and it is an experience that you will never forget. And finally, it's the memories that we create with the kids. It's not just about training them and going through the practices and going through the motions, but we'll have opportunities to have memories that last forever. When we lift that trophy, and sometimes it's the moments off the field, like at a soccer party or a pizza party. These are memories that you will have for the rest of your life, and so will the kids. You are woven into not only their soccer journey, but their growth journey, and you will leave a lasting impact. Remember, coaching is a dynamic blend of challenges and rewards. Weather the storm, embrace those challenges from both sides of the opportunity, and keep inspiring those players. The storm will end and the sun will rise.